people who are the least qualified individuals on earth to like speak on behalf of normal people to like then give advice to politicians about how to be normal. Okay, this is in the Atlantic, courtesy of David Frum, one of the goats, one of the goats,
one of the most normal.
Yeah,
this is like
first of all, one of the most normal Americans. First of all, not an American.
not an American.
He's Canadian.
Yeah.
But which makes the headline here is Democrats must learn to talk sports. Politicians need as much attention as possible, as frequently as possible, while seeming as relatable as possible. A cheat code exists to hit all three objectives.
But by the way, I again, just like all the... this reminds me of those Rahm Emanuel articles where like they interviewed 20 different people who all work for the same think tank, all saying the same thing. This is the opposite of advice. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of how stupid his specific advice is, but you should be relatable to voters. Oh, no shit, asshole.
Yeah.
It's like someone is prepping you for a job interview. You should
answer their questions.
You should, yeah. You should make it seem like you want this job. Oh, really? I was thinking of coming in with one of my nuts threaded through my pants leg and calling the interviewer a racial slur. And then saying, I'm actually, I don't even need the money.
So yeah, like, this is peak like normal guy whispering.
Yeah,
you know, I'm like, and what I like about this piece is like the advice here is that Democratic politicians in particular need to be like regular Joes. They need to be like regular guys, and like they need to do that by like spitting off some, like going on sports media and like spitting some sports hot takes,
which they never do. If you never go to a fucking...
Well, he uses examples, but he's saying they're doing it the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
Like they're giving the wrong statistics. And what I like about this, listener, when you hear this, like, I think the thing, like, you know, you can love him or hate him. I certainly have had my disagreements with David Frum in the past. Okay. But the thing that I will not deny him is that what comes across here is that he is clearly a sports fan. Like, he's a sports guy. He loves throwing the game on. You know, like, he's got his teams. You know, he loves to root for, I don't know, the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs. Or I don't know who the fuck knows. Like, but no, like, you can tell the authenticity that is like that is the undergirding this advice that he's doling out.
He does not miss a single Calgary Argonauts game.
I'm not even going to read the first two paragraphs because it's all
That's very merciful. Thank you.
Because they're all about the Knicks in the finals, and I don't want.
Fuck you.
I don't want to shitcoat the Knicks with David Frum talking about them.
I hate this shit. God, this fucking reminds me so much of the previous era's version of this, which is when every journalist and politician that would banter with journalists on Twitter would go, if you like pineapple on pizza, you're a horrible person. I would just imagine lining them all up and just shooting them with an anti-material round. All
right, so yeah, like I'm not going to, like I said, I can't read David Frum even mentioning the Knicks right now because they're on such an unbelievable roll right now. I don't want to fucking trip them up.
It's the Knicks versus the who?
The San Antonio Spurs.
And that's for the championship.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Tim Duncan still alive?
Yes, he is, but he's no longer on the team.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Who's the big guy in the Spurs?
Victor Wembanyama.
He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Who's the best guy in the Knicks?
Jalen Brunson.
Haven't heard of him.
He's from Chicago.
All right, let's go Knicks.
Okay, there we go. Got that out of the way. All right, so here's David Frum. Like I said, I'm coming into this sort of halfway, so bear with me. He says, that would certainly fit the pattern. Democratic politicians are decades into an authenticity problem. Fairly or not, voters, especially men, tend to perceive Democrats as unrelatable, scripted, and disconnected from the population they seek to govern. The solution seemingly favored by Democratic consultants is for anyone with presidential aspirations to appear on as many manosphere podcasts as possible or play footsie with edgy streamers. But appearing on this or that platform is not really what matters. Really, the game is to get as much attention as possible, as frequently as possible, while seeming as relatable as possible. A cheat code exists to hit all three objectives. Sports talk. And I also love this because, like, I'm also a longtime fan of sports talk radio, and I'm just imagining like, hey, this is David from Ontario calling in. First time, long time. Nothing can get by him. Turn it on and try him. It's David from On the Fan.
Hey, this is about Kaepernick. How come they don't play the Israeli national anthem and make everyone stand up for it? And you have to go to prison if you don't.
The contemporary sports media landscape is designed to take ruthless advantage of the fact that nothing generates attention more reliably than controversy. Personalities such as Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless have made fortunes because they understand that sparking disagreement equals clicks and attention. And like, dude, I love that. Like he's like writing this to the Atlantic audience, and he's just like explaining what like sports talk shows are to them. Like it's just like, this doesn't need to be explained. Like in these terms, like they generate controversy by discussing last night's game and disagreeing with each other over like who should like.
Oh, that's why they're so popular.
Over who's to blame for the loss.
I thought it was because people wanted to fuck Stephen A. Smith. I thought he was like the male Sydney Sweeney. Thanks, David. You're such a genius.
He was just on TV this morning showing shirtless photos of himself. So you know,
he probably looks pretty good.
And he's gotten very fit over the last. Well, no,
years. Stephen A. He says a bunch of stupid politics shit.
God, his political takes are abominable.
Dumb.
They are so funny.
Stupid.
I love it. God, we can do a whole show on Stephen A. Smith's political punditry.
But one thing, you know what I do like about him though, he does. So many guys like him, especially in like broadcast media, they take TRT and they're like, you know, the amount my doctor gives me makes me feel amazing. I should take 20 times that. And they become like Chris Cuomo and they're just fucking hulking out all the time. Like Chris Cuomo is just like drinking 2-liter bottles of tea and he's on Twitter he looks insane. His adrenals are shot. His eyes are like blood red, and he's just on Twitter every day. And he's like, "I bet you want to bake me into lasagna because you're racist." But Stephen A. is like doing a tasteful amount. Look, Stephen. If you are one of these guys who's like, "I'm natty," I don't fucking believe you. You're like 63. You look too good to. Maybe I don't know. But you are doing the doctor prescribed amount, and you're not doing what Elon Musk did, which is you took so many estrogen blockers that you don't realize that men also naturally produce estrogen and like have to have it.
Is that why he's so barrel shaped now? His like arms and legs like don't really match his skeleton anymore. Like they don't really fit into his abdomen and like hips anymore.
That is something like Andrea Dworkin is the only one who could have dreamed that up. Like a guy who hates women so much that he doesn't even want estrogen to natural amount that is in every man's body. He doesn't even want it there, and he doesn't care what it does to him.
Yeah, like I mean, estrogen, like that's what gives you like nice skin, right? And look at Elon Musk. Look how pallid he looks. Ugh. But so anyway, like I love David Frum. Just like he's not talking about he's just breaking down the very basic concept of what like a sports talk show is to the readership of the Atlantic. Who are just like why don't you just explain like what a basketball is? They'd be like, now there's lots of different kind of balls in sports. If it's an orange one, that's a basketball that you got there. Like,
now you may be wondering why instead of just sitting in silence or masturbating or perhaps drowning animals, people choose to watch a box in their living rooms that projects images. Well, it's because it not just gives them information, but also excites and makes them laugh.
Now, the game will be determined by numbers. And with the team with the bigger number, that's called the winner.
Now, you may think that every player on the team is equally skilled. That is not the case.
Continuing, he says, as Democratic politicians scramble to seem in touch and ensure that their faces appear on our phones as much as possible, they are neglecting the free real estate offered by sports talk. A popular meme mocks men for being content to sit and name obscure athletes to one another for hours. The popular meme, I'm sure you've come across it.
It is a thing. It's like one tier above that, like, oh, the hot dog fucking sandwich.
It's popular because it isn't far from the truth. The politically disengaged male voters whom Democrats are so desperate to reach aren't at bars arguing about Medicare funding. They are arguing about a roughing the passer penalty. Bettors on Polymarket give Stephen A. Smith higher odds of winning the 2028 Democratic presidential primary than Cory Booker, Raphael Warnock, and Ruben Gallagher.
Oh, well, a bunch
yeah.
of degenerate gamblers and people who are purposely manipulating the market.
Exactly. Like,
fucking idiot.
It's like, and that's how you know Polymarket is.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you know you can, like, when they give like Polymarket odds, that's how you know that like that shit's real. Like,
yeah.
That's like.
Yeah, well, according to the guy who always seems to beat me in 3-card Monte, sports is really important.
He says, nothing gets attention like sports takes. Trump seems to understand this. He takes controversial positions on sports and talks about them in words that sound sincere. The NFL, no, he doesn't. No, he does. Like he absolutely does not. Like Trump, like other than golf. You know, like, like he talks about Trump can talk about golf with some credibility, and he's like, Rory McIlroy is that like great job, he's one of the greatest, you know, like, but like Trump is not giving sports takes. Like his sports takes are like, we need to get rid of the roughing the passer penalty because like more people should be hurt when they play football.
Dude, he sounds like I
think he wanted to get rid of fair catches on punt returns or something. I don't know. Like,
yeah, he does not like. Whenever Trump talks about, whenever there's like, who's that guy with the stupid name, Jackson Dart? Yeah. Whenever like a player likes him, it's so clear that he like just looks up what they did, and he's like, he's one of the best jumping quarterbacks. No, it's like he does not give a fuck.
Jackson Dart, he led the NFL last year in number of concussions, which is saying.
It's just like whenever Trump talks about sports, it reminds me of like when I would try to like talk to my dad and his friends about it when I was like 10 and I just like didn't know shit. Yeah. Like the game would be on and I'd be like, he threw that ball really high.
It says, after attending the 2025 Super Bowl, the president posted on Truth Social, the worst part of the Super Bowl by far was watching the kickoff, where as the ball is sailing through the air, the entire field is frozen stiff. College football does not do it and won't. Whose idea was it to ruin the game? Like,
that's why Trump won. Yeah. Not because of cost of living, not because of the president's brain falling out of his ear, not because of Kamala. Everyone was like, no, he's right about the fucking kickoff.
I guess like some people are annoyed about the NFL kickoff rules, but like,
but that's not why they voted for him.
I know this is like barely a hot take from Trump though. But he goes, how much Trump personally cares about sports other than golf is unclear. But he knows which buttons to press. He goes to UFC fights. He goes to the Super Bowl. He has pro athletes. Most recently, Giants quarterback Jackson Dart speak at his rallies. Sports fans can relate because this is how much of us would abuse our power if we were president.
I would give John Jones a gun and say, go crazy, John.
Yeah. Some other politicians are getting it. Ron DeSantis, who was widely mocked during the 2024 primaries for his robot-like demeanor, is happy to go on podcasts to discuss how the transfer portal and name, image, and likeness payments are ruining college football. DeSantis even remarked at a recent press conference that although the University of Florida's basketball team was defending NCAA champion at the time, the fans weren't happy because the football team was bad. He understands his audience.
But he lost to Trump. What is your point?
Well, he's saying that, like, you know, he's saying he lost to Trump because people made fun of his stiff demeanor. But he's fixing that now by going on sports talk shows and being like, the transfer portal's ruining college football. By the way, we should just think about how like student athletes being compensated in any way is ruining college football because they aren't like indentured servants anymore.
But there's no like how do you know he's fixed that problem? There hasn't been a subsequent election. It's like was it like, unless it was like, I don't know, they were going to kill Ron DeSantis for being so uncharismatic, and then he was like, I think that the NCAA is now just about letting people buy rims. And they were like, oh, we'll let you live, Ron.
Compare these examples with the way in which 2024 Kamala Harris campaign tried to channel some of sports talk's power after selecting Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, a former high school football coach, as Harris's running mate. Coach Walz, as Harris called him at the event announcing his candidacy, seemed more content to let people write about his sports identity than to demonstrate it. On October 27th, the nation found out why. After Walz joined Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on a Twitch live stream to play Madden, the uber-popular football video game, his campaign's X account posted, "At AOC can run a mean pick six. A pick six, when an interception is returned for a touchdown, is an outcome, not a play. The gaffe was probably the fault of a social media staffer, not Walz himself. Even so, it went viral in sports group chats across the country.
Yeah, and that is why they lost, not because of the country you are loyal to, David.
And like, yeah. And also like, you can tell, I can hear him Googling pick six as he writes this. He's like, a pick six, that's when a pass is intercepted in return for a touchdown by the opposing team. And he's just like, yeah. Like I can hear him Googling pick six as he's writing this fucking article. Like,
yeah, I remember this shit. This was something that happened entirely on Twitter. Like no one. This is so fucking stupid.
But he says, but the more telling moment has actually come a week earlier when Walz appeared on the Rich Eisen show. During his 15-minute segment, Walz went out of his way to compliment the University of Michigan's football fans, Lambeau Field in Wisconsin, and the coach of the Detroit Lions, also in Michigan. The appearance didn't generate the kind of viral content, the kind of viral contempt that greeted the Pick Six post. Indeed, the YouTube excerpt of Walz's appearance on Eisen's show has just 50,000 views. By contrast, Trump's appearance on the sports and entertainment podcast Bussin' with the Boys, which was released just a few days earlier, had nearly 10 times as many. And that's exactly the problem. Walz avoided controversy
oh my God. That you think that like Donald Trump and Tim Walz are equally famous and like equally compelling to the average viewer.
And you know, like it is funny how like the Democrats thought that Walz being like a high school football coach would give them some sort of like, you know, like jock or, you know, white man credibility or whatever. But like, here's the problem with Walz. He says, Walz avoided controversy by saying nice things about everyone, thus defeating the purpose of talking sports. In the realm of sports talk, kindness is unrelatable. It's alien even. What's relatable is irrationality, irrationally caring for your team and irrationally hating its rivals. Not pandering by saying that you happen to like all of the teams in key Rust Belt swing states.
Okay, David. Well, there's a really popular sentiment about this place that a lot of people really fucking hate, especially young people. How would you feel if a Democrat came out there and said, say, nuke Tel Aviv?
Hey, how about this? Blitz Tel Aviv.
Yeah, yeah. Let's run a mean pick six on the Knesset with several cruise missiles.
You know how Steph Curry deadly from long range. He's heating up, folks. Yeah, and
I do the Dirty Bird touchdown dance every October 7th.
IRGC busting the gritty. No, Hezbollah busting the gritty on the Golani Brigade again as they looked under a giant box with a question mark painted on it in southern Lebanon. No, I'm sure David would love some of those controversial takes that generate attention and interest by sort of, you know, polarizing national opinion in a way that is excites people.
Yeah. David, how about this? Let's post black and white photos of every IDF soldier that has been murked by Hezbollah in Lebanon and give them sort of like LeBron style nicknames like Le Dead, Le Blown Up by an FPV.
It's just
Le Splattered.
Yeah, the James Worthy Pack Watch video. R.I.P. Bozo. He won't be missed. So he goes on here. If Democrats want to defeat... Sorry, one more thing. It says, by not pandering, by saying you happen to like all of the teams in key Rust Belt states. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, he should have gone in there and be like, listen, fuck Wisconsin.
Yeah,
and fuck Wisconsin, fuck Michigan, and everyone who lives in those states.
He should have... If they wanted to win Michigan, he should have gone on there and said, you know what? Barry Sanders is a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
8 Mile's the worst movie I've ever seen in my fucking life. Brittany Murphy died because of how shitty that movie is. The trauma of pretending to even be someone from Michigan ruined her life.
So
he should have said that.
If Democrats want to defeat authoritarianism, they need to win the trust of people.
My favorite
the trust
ideology
of people who are not necessarily politically engaged. To do that, they could do worse than start to express their own hot takes on sports. These shouldn't be already popular opinions as a way to seem relatable. The perfect take should be actually unpopular, counter the consensus, and specific. This is the best part where he gets into his like actual, like this is what David from Toronto, like this is him calling in. So listen to this. The Senate candidate James Tallarico doesn't need to run away from his meatless taco order. Instead, he could prove that he's a regular guy by calling into ESPN Austin to accuse the University of Texas quarterback Arch Manning of being a Nepo baby who got millions of dollars just for his name. Or perhaps he could compare Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys' imperious owner, to Trump, an egotistical old man destroying a once proud institution.
That's a great idea.
And
that's a fantastic
and making fun of Jerry Jones and shitting on Jerry Jones is like not exactly like a wild topic that no one's ever done on sports talk media before. And then the thing about Arch Manning is just like, okay, you can say he's a spoiled Nepo baby, but like the next season's coming up, and that puts you at the risk of like if he goes crazy and wins like the Heisman, then you look like a fucking dunce. Like,
right. Yeah, you become like one of the people who's like, Airbud's going to be terrible on the team. Like, David, what the hell is wrong with you?
Indeed.
David, unless you still have the number of the guy who made all those phone calls on September 10th.
Indeed.
And he can do something about Archie Manning.
Yeah, indeed. The sports world offers fertile terrain for class politics. Progressive Democrats have been trying with limited success to convince Americans that billionaires are their true enemy. Well, guess who loves to hate billionaires? Aggrieved sports fans. Why not take a break from complaining that billionaires don't pay their fair share of income taxes to focus instead on team owners' obsession with avoiding the luxury tax by trading away their best players? Perhaps AOC could earn some support on Staten Island if she hammered Hal Steinbrenner, the owner of the New York Yankees, for letting Juan Soto go to the crosstown Mets to save on his tax bill. This is, I got to weigh in on this one because AOC is not going to gain support from Staten Island if she does anything. Like, come on, like, forget about it.
No, yeah, all the fucking orc cops that live on that island. I used to think you were a stupid Mexican bitch, but now you're talking about the luxury tax.
And like, the thing about the Yankee fans and Hal Steinbrenner was like, no Yankee fan was mad at Hal Steinbrenner for not for Juan Soto going to the Mets. They were mad at Juan Soto for going to the Mets. And also, like, it's been no problem with the Yankees. Like, they were fine letting him go. And now the Mets stink. Like,
my ideal world, David Frum is only allowed to write this article if he goes we send him to a barbershop and force him to make conversation on all these topics.
I'd like to send him into a batting cage.
Yeah. No, David Frum, we will send you to like just any, wherever. It could be, white working class, like
the white working class barbershop.
Yeah, it's fully clothed.
Unfortunately.
One of the two. Like, you can go to a black barbershop or like one of those bars in Pittsburgh where you could still smoke.
Yeah.
Where you got accosted by some like crankhead, I remember.
Yeah, that wasn't a sports fan though. I don't think that was.
No, that guy. Yeah, that guy did not like the old pigskin. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he was. It was not because of my takes on fucking Ben Roethlisberger or whatever.
But okay, David, go into either of those places or like a tailgate, and if you can just cold, like PUA style, cold approach people, and like give them your takes. And if you are not beaten to death, then we'll let you write this article. Because otherwise, I think like that actually would be probably the greatest movie ever made. I want to make it's called David Frum Goes to the Barbershop. There's a specific one on 47th Street in Chicago I would send him to. And he just goes in there and he's like, don't you guys think that the fucking David Steinbrenner and Juan Soto are fucking blah, blah, blah? And they they will unleash a barrage on him. It's not a nude barbershop, but it'll sort of be like the scene in Belly where they make the guy strip at gunpoint. Just because he's so annoying.
By the way, slight digression, but I just unbidden, just out of nowhere, just this week, I just a thought came into my head and I started laughing because I remember the Elizabeth Warren barbershop video, which is like one of my, which I think is like honestly like one of the funniest, one of the greatest bits of like, you want to talk about like just absolutely like incompetent shit that Democrats do to like try to appear normal. Right. And I just remember the guy going like in this like weird fake barbershop where they had like
a Spider-Man DVD.
Yeah. And he was just like that girl Elizabeth Warren, she's bringing that heat that we need for Trump.
Could you imagine? imagine getting the like. I know Trey Easton. He's out of the game. He's working with the Searchlight Institute, but every Democratic staffer pretty much like is Trey Easton or Adam Gentleson.
Yeah.
Imagine Trey Easton. Okay, you have a new mission. You have to do relatable sports talk. How do you think that's going to go?
I want to send David. We could send David Frum, and he could do like pretend to be like David Attenborough, and he should go to like fucking Buffalo and do like one of the tailgates for like the Bills Mafia. It's negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. They're like guy in his underwear, like jumping through a fucking table. You know, and then he's just like, you know, I know it's not as compelling as fucking as tariffs, but you know, like you think Josh Allen's gonna get it done this year?
Yeah.
By the way, every Palestinian is a murderer, and none of them are innocent.
Joe Burrow stalls a lot. Hold on, my wife just saw a man with a turban on an airplane. I have to. Do you remember when that happened with his wife?
Yeah. That was when he first blocked me on Twitter, actually.
Oh, yeah.
No, because I reminded me, I was like, remember when your wife made you get off an airplane because there was a Muslim guy on it?
Yeah, that is.
They tried to alert, like, the air marshals or something.
That is, I love that, too. Like, the idea that, like, the air marshal, like, would be like, oh, thanks, I didn't notice.
Closing it out here, it says, a little bit more. It says, Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania is one of the most popular Democratic governors in the country. Is it any coincidence that he drew headlines last year by complaining about the NFL's attempts to ban the Philadelphia Eagles' famed tush push? If he runs for president, he could go further still. Insinuate that the Eagles lost the 2023 Super Bowl due to sabotage by a groundskeeper with suspiciously close ties to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, no, okay, yeah, hold on. That's actually, you know what a really good topic for Josh Shapiro is? Anything involving conspiracies and cover-ups. Anything involving sort of like a something nepotism related, where there was a horrible crime that was like, perhaps covered up,
like a diagram, like be like here are all of Jalen Hurts' completed passes and incomplete passes, and like it's a diagram, and there's just lots of red dots all over a sort of human-like outline.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, maybe show the phone records of the referee.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great topic for him. You're right, man.
And like I know, like the point is to come up with a take that's like supposed to be idiotic and stupid. Like, yeah, is it any coincidence that like he made an issue of the tush push, and it's just like,
And it just
says the point isn't the substance of the opinion; it's willingness to defend it. Sports takes are a simple way to show that you have the backbone to stand for something unpopular because you believe in it. Once again, I can think of another issue that someone could take a stand on that would like go a long way to prove that you don't care about being attacked or maybe saying something that's unpopular, and by unpopular I mean overwhelmingly popular.
Yeah. Something that's something that resonates with young people, perhaps.
He says, the counter-argument to all of this is that politicians, especially dorky Democratic politicians, simply don't have hot sports takes to offer.
They're not cool like you, David.
Finally getting down to the last paragraph, which like is like the only real point to be made here, which is that like if you are a politician and you don't watch sports, you don't care about sports, like look, if your state's team is in the championship, like put on a hat and be like, all right, go team or whatever, like that's fine. But like you can't reverse engineer sports hot takes if you don't fucking like watch sports or consume sports media, if you don't have genuine opinions on this. Like like he used the example of Zoran. Like Zoran like genuinely is a fan of like the Knicks, the Arsenal, the Mets, so when he posts about that, like it goes over because like like you can't fake it is what I'm saying.
Exactly. Like you can say whatever you want about like how stupid the average voter is about like whatever
this is one of the things that they most instantly can pick up on.
Exactly. Like, no matter how stupid someone is or isn't, they can tell when they're being condescended to.
Yeah.
And it just, like, does anyone remember, like, the last fucking 3 or 4 elections we've had? Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign, not only did it involve some of the most popular and famous professional athletes of our time, but, like, some of the most beloved and universally acclaimed pop cultural figures. It didn't do anything because, like, when you brought Hillary out there and she's like, I have bad blood with Donald Trump. Like, no one thinks she's listening to that. No one thinks she like watching. She was like watching LeBron when he was on the Heat. It is infinitely more likely that she was doing this stuff in the Frazzle Drip video than any of that.
Wait, I just came up with a great contrarian and controversial sports hot take that I think. This is advice to Democratic politicians.
Okay.
Like, here's a sports hot take that, like, it's about willingness to defend a position. Here's a sports hot take that, like, Republican politicians can use. We should resegregate Major League Baseball. bring back the Negro leagues.
Yeah.
Actually, have 3 leagues. Have the Negro leagues, the Latino leagues, and the the American, the white people.
Yeah,
like the real baseball.
Yeah,
like it used to be back when it was good. What are we gonna do with the Japs, though?
Yeah. Here's this is a great one. You're like, for this, and this is for like a centrist Democrat.
Yeah.
And because you're a Democrat, you're like, I only want to segregate professional billiards. It's like a compromise position.
Closing out, he says here, aspiring leaders who aren't up on sports would do well to set aside some time to at least watch the highlights. They will find that sports opinions.
What is that going to do if you don't know anything about sports, you fucking dickhead? If you don't give a shit about sports and you watch the highlights and you go out there during a rally, let's hear it for number 37. People are going to think you're having a mental breakdown.
That's the kind of shit that leads you to be like, oh, like, amazing performance. Like a player who had 20 points in the fourth quarter in a game where the team lost by like 40. It was because like he had 20 points because they like took all the starters out, you know?
It's one of the worst.
Yeah. Just read the box score. That'll tell you everything you need to know. So he says, aspiring leaders who aren't up on sports would do well to set aside some time to at least watch the highlights. They will find that sports opinions have a key advantage over policy arguments. If elected, politicians can never be held accountable for them. Yeah, like that thing politicians are held accountable for now, their policy commitments. Like,
yeah.
I mean, remember when Donald Trump was just like, I'll never go to war with Iran. You can say anything you want about Donald and his presidency, but I will never start a war with Iran.
Yeah. It really kept him from making a mockery out of the entire Epstein thing. Like giving binders to a bunch of Twitter influencers and then completely skirting the issue. I didn't think there could be anything worse than those Argument Magazine type articles about
This was it.
Yeah, but this is David Frum. You are one of the least normal people ever. You are a Canadian man who you were so neoconservative that you became an American, and you kind of changed world history because of how Zionist you are. You put Iran in the axis of evil and totally ended any like rapprochement between America and Iran.
Oh, and also recently it was revealed that he was like working as a journalist while he was being paid by the Israeli government to write speeches for them. Yeah.
You are a paid for an agent. You have never had a job besides speechwriter or foreign lobbyist.
Speechwriter is such a funny job.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing on your CV.
You are one of the weirdest fucking people ever. Like there is nothing, like I don't consider myself like a very normal guy. The things I talk about with my friends, I don't think I could like go into, again, let's say Barbershop or white working class Pittsburgh bar. I can't just like, swing open the door and be like, hey, fellas, does anyone else have like an illogical fear of having their penis bitten off during a blowjob? Possibly because of something that happened in a past life. I believe in reincarnation, but I'm not sure how much. Like, I don't think,
That's
I'm
the least normal thing about you.
But I accept my limitations is what I'm saying. I don't think that, for instance, I would be a good guy to give advice to any prospective politician on how to relate to normal people. But I also don't think that is a worthwhile or even possible thing.
No, exactly.
You can either do it or you can't.
And exactly,
you are able to do it because
and your ability to do it, to relate to normal people or not, is not really like an issue of whether you are normal or have normal people opinions. It is about like, do you actually believe in something, and can you credibly talk about political issues in a way that like it's not even about like, don't use big words because dum-dums won't understand it. You sound like an academic or whatever. It's like that. Like, I don't think any of that shit really matters. Like, it does to a certain degree, but like, it's just all downstream from like, do you actually believe in something, and like, are you willing to talk about it off the cuff in a way that like shows that like you not only do you know about it, but that like you care about it.
Yeah.
And people are not looking for politicians to like be like, oh, he likes the same teams I do. Like, that's a little like cherry on the top, you know. But like, I really don't think people give a shit if like politicians like listen to the same music they do, or fucking like root for the same team, or can talk about baseball or whatever.
Do you think Americans find either of them relatable as people? Either Donald Trump or Barack Obama? Do you think they find this like fucking polymath, fucking constitutional law professor who probably the most gifted speaker of his generation in American politics, who just like soared from strength to strength to strength, fucking super overachiever? Do you think they found him like, oh, that's like a guy I would know? This guy who was born in Hawaii and then spent part of his adolescence in fucking Indonesia, and then he smoked crack in a limo. I'm just kidding. But like, Barack Obama is not like a normal guy. He's there are things.
I think he did burnish his like normal guy credentials by like hooping. By being like, because like Obama could credibly talk about sports. That was the thing he did.
Yeah. But I don't think people were like, oh, that's like a guy I would know. Donald Trump, same thing.
I mean, leave everything else aside. Like the entire purpose of this article, like, is like, I think he's writing it kind of tongue in cheek, but like he's offering advice to Democrats because like the only advice that matters is like cannot be said by someone like David Frum, and like we've alluded to that. Like, and it's not just Israel we're talking about. It's just like voters don't. You're talking about like Democratic voters, independent voters, whoever. Like, they don't give a shit about these like feeble attempts to like relate to them. They just like want to hear you like support things that they believe in, or they're like, how can you make my life better, or like, what do you stand for?
How about picking an actual enemy in your life that makes your life worse? How about saying, hey, all the people who are harvesting your data and selling your phone number and are the reason that you get 50 fucking bullshit phone calls a day? I'm going to round those people up and burn them alive.
Yeah. And the reason like Josh Shapiro or Tim Walz or whatever has to do this fucking hokey bullshit where they're like, I'm introducing legislation to, prohibit the banning of the tush push. Go birds, like shit like that is because they're incapable of doing anything like we need to have universal health care in this country.
Yeah.
Look, data centers need to be razed to the ground. Like at Silicon Valley, these guys, like we need to kill them. Like,
yeah.
like you said.
It's actually an incredibly revealing article because it is like, let's not go too far and name the actual enemies.
Yeah.
How about our fake stupid...
In fact, don't talk about policy at all, because guess what? We got nothing. We're not offering nothing.
Right. Instead, like, you may think that the people who are polluting your water supply, who are shoving iPads in your children's faces, turning them into economic units the second they're born, the people that are ruining their social development and their mind, making your life worse, ruining your quality of life, obliterating your purchasing power, making everything worse all the fucking time, making it so that you are so beaten down and terrified of financial ruin that you won't even go to a doctor. That's not actually your enemy. Let's talk about your make-believe fucking pretend enemy, the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what you fucking stupid idiots like. I mean, you lovely,
normal,
respectable Americans.
People, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.